Oh my goodness, I am so excited. We've got some new HEX skins to the stream. And let's see what else. Oh, this is a crypto takeover. I'm going to bring them right on. This is HEX Foodies. We're regenerative lifestyles and regenerative food, regenerative land formations. Hello, guys, and welcome.
HEX way.
Hey, how are you guys doing today?
Pretty good.
It's my
head. It's not coming through my headphones.
Hexray, I was listening to your last live stream onboarding earlier this morning.
Oh, the Zoom workshop?
Yeah.
It's becoming more of a stream than a workshop, because it used to me just be like saying the same thing to like two people. And last night we had a bunch of guests asking a bunch of questions and really engaging. So it was awesome. It went by really fast.
I thought your introduction was really good.
Oh, thanks.
Where you started talking about it, laying an apron out. Really good.
Yeah, all of my Zooms, I start like that. I act like I'm talking to someone who's never heard of HEX or Bitcoin or crypto, and I try to make it as simple as possible, much like, Richard Hart does. I steal a lot of his lines. And then I say, "What's up?" And then people ask questions. So I think that HEX Chief, can you hear us yet? If he can't, he can? You could? Okay, good. Good, because sometimes I got to mess around in the settings.
Yeah, I've got your mic looks like it's muted. I can undo that if you want me to. Well, it says I can't unmute your mic.
You got the let me see. Let me pull this up on YouTube, and I can I'm gonna copy and paste, share the link for everybody on Twitter.
So yeah,
you've already got it there. So I just got to retweet your tweet. There we go. Easy peasy Japanesey.
And immediately I see a Twitter notification. It's awesome.
And the moon stickers, holy cow, those have been blowing up on Twitter like crazy.
Isn't that cool?
I do. And what I think we should do is just keep upgrading the planets, right?
So here's a moon sticker. That's what you're talking about, right?
Yeah, those ones. Those are awesome. Like I said, every year we should change the planet. So it should be like Moon, then Mars, and just work out to like we're like Pluto.
Yeah,
right?
That'd be sweet.
Oh, hey, I wasn't even paying attention to the camera or the stream, so let me get inside the camera.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
HEX Chief is NZ's for New Zealand, right? Awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Good to meet you, sir.
You too, brother. You too.
Awesome.
Here we go.
I'm trying to add Benjamin Mutton, who's over in Navajo Nation. I'm trying to add him to the stream, but I think he's got a bad connection.
What in my darling?
But it would just be so awesome to have these two tribal people together on the stream. And then also Finbear is trying to get in, or maybe he's at work. Maybe he's not able to get away. I'm not sure, but I know that he wants to. He's interested in coming in now. But hey, Hexagon Chief, like, what's going on? How is everything down there?
Mate, it depends on. So on this side of the world, it's up here.
Yeah, right when I say it. Right when I say it, I just bite my tongue.
Yeah, it's relative to where you're standing. Right up is relative to gravity. So, on this side of the world, we travel down north. But hey, that doesn't matter. What matters is I'm right here with you fellas, and life is good, man. Life is really, really good. So this morning I woke up and hello, 20 cents. Oh my God. 20 cents. My bro, my mate Mate, he called it last night. Oh, that's right. Last night is not your last night. So my last night, before we went to sleep, we were having a pre-HEX pump and pre-launching party. All three of us, and he was talking about the price at the time, the 17 cents or whatever it was. But he always manages to fud me into buying. Now I blame him for everything because my life is really, really good now, and I also blame my wife for making my life good. And yeah, just to wake up to beautiful. My Staker app was still open from last night when I made my purchase, and the first thing when I opened my eyes and had my karakia or my prayer, and when I opened my phone to check my messages, my Staker app was right there in front of me saying hello, 20 cents, and then oh, it's been a beautiful morning. Got me coffee, concoction. Got me some coffee, cacao butter, some full cream milk powder. Well, it's cream powder, really. And there's my bro right next to me, Miko. Oh, sorry, let's get back to my concoction. I got some MCT oil. What is that? Cacao butter.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, my brother.
I can't hear you.
Oh, goodness.
This is silly.
It's you.
I can't hear shit. Can
Well,
you hear me talking from the microphone?
yes.
Yes. I had the same problem.
I'm gonna sort my shit out and I'll come back. See you in a bit.
I sure hope that wasn't because of anything I did.
I don't think so, bro. It's always his fault. He's always messing up things, bro.
Now tell us about the cacao butter. I haven't had cacao or cacao butter. What's the effect that you get from that in the morning?
A slow release of energy. It's got apparently, I don't really know. But yeah, it's and I thought, maybe I should combine the slow release energy of the MCT oil too. So I think maybe I might end up slowing right down because I need it, man. I really don't need coffee in the morning, because but as you can probably tell, I'm a little bit hyper naturally. So yeah, I really need something to temper the energy. I don't know. I'm a sucker for punishment, man. Just a sucker for punishment. Good punishment. If there's such a we'll coin that phrase right here, right now. Good punishment.
Good punishment. Yeah. That's awesome. Now, a lot of Hexicans and Hex foodies probably haven't been to New Zealand. New Zealand is more than one island. Is that correct?
Yes, it's in fact, there's 3.
Okay.
Like 2 main islands. We have the North and the South Island. I live in the North Island, right in the tip of the North. Oh, almost at the tip of the North. Call it the far North. So I can't wait for you two to get in, and my bro Nicole when he turns up, wherever he is situated on the screen. I can't wait till you guys get over here, man. I'm gonna.
What are the differences between the North and the South Island?
Coldness.
Coldness. So the South Island is colder, right?
Yeah.
And that's where they shot like the Lord of the Rings, and they have all the big trees and stuff, right?
Yeah. Yep. That's right. They got they got the bare mountains, really. Wow. The flora is just different, really. It's I guess it's kind of more like Finland in a way. From the pictures I've seen, the South Island is more like that. So actually, when you hit around about the middle of the North Island, then it starts to the topography starts to change quite significantly.
So does
Yeah.
does New Zealand have what we call here in the States snowbirds? So people that will go down to the South Island when it's, warmer, and then when it gets too cold, they jump up to the North Island to warm up.
Yes. They're called the kotuku. The kotuku is the white heron. Kotuku. If that's what if I understand your question correctly.
Yeah, like
bird.
migrating human beings,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, that's right. And so we have the kotuku ngutu papa, which is the spoon-billed heron, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, it migrates from the South Island up to here. We've got a few around here in the harbour. If I could turn my camera around, I'm not sure if I can do it, but I have a harbour out there, directly outside my window. I'll just have to take you for a little bit of a tour. Hopefully you can't see my messy room. But, you can't. Yeah, that's the view of my.
Whoops. Just a second. All right.
Yeah, wow.
View. The person in there is fucking making it look ugly. But
so if you're on the northern tip of the North Island, then you're about as warm as the climate gets up there. Is that correct?
Yep. It's called the winterless north.
So how long is your growing season up there? Is it basically all year round?
Yeah, pretty much. It is. Yeah, it's all year round.
Wow. So you guys don't even need greenhouses to keep things from freezing.
Nah, not at all. That's foreign. That's foreign to me.
There's a lot of permaculturists right now that are pretty jealous at that idea of being able to just farm and garden year round without worrying about trying to keep everything from freezing to death.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. However, it was still similar, and like I said, in the mid. What did I say? About halfway in the North Island, they still had to incorporate those techniques to store food.
I see a couple islands. There's a small island to the north, or to the south of the South Island.
Yes.
And then there's a tiny island out on the opposite, out to the west.
West, yeah.
Yeah. So which one are those islands right there?
Yeah. So, what was your question again? Sorry.
So I was saying, what's that? That I actually, as EcoBuilder zooms in, it'll probably pull it up on Google Maps, right? There we go.
Yep.
So there's Stewart Island down there in the south, and I imagine that's pretty cold for you guys.
Yep.
And then clear out there. Yeah, what's that one out there? Oh wait, no, I didn't even see the Adams Island clear down there.
Yeah, I haven't
Auckland
been there
Island. No, I was talking about the one clear out to the west. What islands are those?
Chatham.
Yeah.
Chatham? Yeah, Chatham.
And who in the world lives on that island clear out there?
Yeah, not many. Not many people live there anymore, mate.
It looks like it's about the size of my neighborhood.
That's why they left. Too many neighbors.
Those are like the hermits of New Zealand. They're like, I'm going to, you call it Chatham?
Chatham,
yeah. They're like, I'm done with people. I'm going to be out on the island.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's a prison out there where we sent all of the prisoners onto the island.
Wow.
But that was only in the times of colonization. So in the late, in the 17th century, 1800s, in the colonization process, they built prisons out there to send the rebels, the rebellion chiefs out there. So it's quite a sad story as well, but history is history, and that's what they tried to do, but they forgot that we'd been traveling there for thousands and thousands of years. So it was pretty much we could just swim back into the mainland. I jest there, But yeah, they couldn't keep them there very long, so they sent them over there. And all it did was
they were sending the chiefs out there to get rid of them as an authority to take over, and the chiefs were like, "Bro, we're just gonna swim back or make a boat."
No, it was more like, thank you, because I needed to meet up with my mate here. I couldn't get in there. I couldn't get in touch with him 5 weeks ago. So thank you very much for sending them over here. We can have our meeting over here.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, man. Well, it ended up being like that. I'm sure the feelings were quite similar to what I'm feeling. It's like, you dumbasses, you just put us all together. Something we've been struggling to do for the last 200 years. And all of a sudden, hey, we're all on the same island together. Let's have a meeting now and strategize. And it pretty much worked out like that. I think we're the only Indigenous culture that we're able to strike up a partnership and an alliance with the superpowers of the time, the British Empire. So we had direct workings with with King George, and then after him, what's her name? Queen Victoria, one of the queens. And yeah, so didn't work out too well for them if that was their intentions. But as you know, as history unfolds and those who come into power try to suppress that history, even within my own people. So a lot of this knowledge is only kept within a few of us. So it's pretty cool now to be out there internationally, giving you a bit of a history lesson on what it was like, and why we are seen to be, why we are seen in a certain way in the eyes of the general public of the world. So yeah, it's pretty cool to be here.
It's great to have you.
Spout my shit.
Y'all have libraries, or everything's held by verbal story and stuff?
Both now.
Okay.
So my dad was brought up traditionally before. So if you can imagine, like on the movies, how they portray a village or and I don't like to use this, but I don't. People out there, you know, the Native Americans. Well, the first word that came into my head was Indians, and I've been over to America. I met the vice principal chief at in the Smoky Mountains there. So they themselves called themselves Indians, and I got offended when I heard that. So I was like, babe, why would Anyway, that's another story.
Where are these Smoky Mountains that you talk about?
In America.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The Smoky Mountains. I think they were the Cherokee East Band people, the native people. Where was I going from there? How did I get to that point? We're talking about.
I'm sorry. Every once in a while, when we're streaming, like, I'm paying attention to so many things at once that I just get distracted and then ask a random question.
I think you were talking about the cycle of native people, how it was going on in Australia and New Zealand, and then you were mentioning.
Yeah.
I was also
I was getting a feeling like when my dog runs around in circles and tangles her
feet in
the wire.
Just as long as you're following
how did I get
me,
here?
Just as long as you're following me, fuck yeah, Miko. And Miko is my counterpart. He's exactly exact same as me, but totally different. And have been each other for a massively long amount of time, about 3 months now, and he's been a huge part of my life. It's weird, but
we've had great talks. Like, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Mr.
He
here,
doesn't listen
he's
much.
he's a teacher, and his class is like 11-year-olds. I've got to sit in on one of his music lessons, and I've seen the kids like learning rhythms and doing all kinds of stuff.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it's been really cool. And yeah, we've had a video call or something every now and then where there's these like, you know how these cats can be at 11 when they're not yet growing like a mustache or anything, but still like getting close to it, and they're sort of really keen on getting like good like masculine reinforcement, like how to be like a good man, and try to sort of be a bit supportive. But they've been really cool guys.
Do you
And then
hold classes in that same structure that you're in right now, or do you travel down the road?
I travel down the road, like I walk down the road.
Good deal.
So my school's about maybe 150 meters away. So I've got to go in about probably about half an hour. Maybe I might stretch it out a little bit, you know. We've only got another 1.5 days left of school, and my the current principal is on her way out, so I might take advantage of that and booty, but no, I won't. I will stick to my half an hour, which usually extends well, from a Western perspective, a half an hour to me means about an hour and a half to them. But hey, I'm of two minds. I also have a Western mind, and I love it just as much as I love my culture because it is part of me. And I'm hot.
Yeah.
I was going to
So
ask
is
the
it like
time amounts because you know it's really interesting to see how other people or cultures view time. Thanks for sharing that.
All good, all good.
What were you going to say, Michael?
No, it was nothing important.
It was a joke.
I had a question. If
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
ask a question to both Finbear and Hexkin Chief. Both of you are, because Finbear, you're in Finland. I'm guessing that's where Finn comes from.
Yeah,
That's correct.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
both of your islands are pretty close in population. I mean, Finland's
Yeah.
around 5.5
We're not
million.
like yeah, but we're not an island. We're right nestled right next to Russia. There's
Oh,
a
okay.
small sea between us and Sweden.
Okay.
But yeah.
And then the population of New Zealand's just under
But
5
we're
million.
about we're
right
roughly
now.
the same size.
So
yeah.
my question was, when it comes to visiting or living in these two countries, what kind of crime are you guys seeing with those populations?
You want to go first, Miko?
Yeah, I actually made a video on my channel about it. If
Oh,
people
awesome.
are interested, but it's only like some. Well, I don't know. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up, but I've only uploaded a few videos. It has the picture of a river or rapids, rather, on the. Yeah, have a look after we're done with the stream. But yeah, very low, like hardly non-existent gun crime. Just like no organized criminals to be concerned of. Like I just and not like nothing heavy, not like in Sweden where hand grenade attacks are a weekly thing that don't even make the news anymore over there. Which is funny, like we're bordering countries, but somehow they've managed to cock it up perfectly. But yeah, far be it from me to talk ill of the Swedes. So Chief, you go ahead and and what do you have on the Australians?
Oh, sorry, guys, it's an inside joke.
Y'all exchange,
Oh, sorry.
just exchange positions so that y'all can.
I just gotta get this out of me, man. That was a good one, Miko. You have quite a few good ones, man. That was one of them. Oh shit. It's kind of like calling Americans, Canadians Americans. So from an indigenous point of view, we've been hit hard. So 99% of my people live in the cities. So if you can take a HEX ray, you know what it's like in America for the native people there, and also the Negress brothers and sisters. My population has been hit pretty hard in terms of crime rate, and we, in the span of 100 years, we went from being the healthiest, wealthiest people in the world according to Western A Price. Thank you, brother, for that research that you did in 1944. We went from that to the exact opposite now. 99% of my people don't live the way I live, and that's because they're stuck in the cities, and migrated from in the 1940s onwards, and so that shift almost decimated our culture. So only maybe, this is very conservative. These are very.
I'm sorry, did you say that
people?
You're saying 99% of your people don't live in the islands anymore?
So 99% of my people do not live on their tribal homelands. So regardless of whether it's an island or not, but they don't live in their villages anymore. They all live in the cities. The main cities are Auckland, Wellington, and Christchurch. So 99% of our people, of our population, well, that's probably a bit mean. It's more like 90% of our population, because we are, even though we all have different tribes, one of the fundamental principles of our culture is our connection to each other through the great migrations that have happened over the millennia. And when I say millennia, I'm talking about the hundreds of thousands of years of our traversing the Pacific Ocean, the world's oceans, and so that we're fortunate in that sense that that part of our culture is still within us, even within the urban, even amidst the urbanization of my people who live in the cities. If you go to the North Island, are we in the North Island? It looks like the South Island. Yep. And then head north again to Auckland. Yep. Zoom in right there. Right in that area there. Approximately, I'll give it 80%. Now, are these figures accurate? Probably. But 80% of my people live in there. Now, the population, if you can all of the tribes together, is about maybe just over 500,000, I think. That's no, those stats were like fucking 10 years ago now. So with the intermingling of all the races over the last generations, that number should be at least double. I think we may be 1/5 of the population of New Zealand now, or those who consider themselves as New Zealanders or born in New Zealand. And so we are very, very fortunate again to have those fundamental principles that are locked in. Ooh, delayed gratification, like it's coded into our DNA. So even though we lost, say, 4 generations of our culture, there were still some of the fundamental concepts that tied us to our culture and our land that we did take to the cities. However, there's a generation now that have not been able to go back to their homelands from where their ancestors came from, and from when they migrated in the 1940s onwards. So it's a very interesting thing to see unfold, especially being a somewhat traditional tribal person that I am fortunate to be. And it used to be very, very sad, but we're in a time right now. It's a critical point in our time, as all the different iwi, tribes. That's my Maori brain, my Indigenous brain, my Hapu brain. It's a wonderful time now to reintegrate or de-urbanize my people and bring them back home. And it doesn't have to, they don't have to move physically back to their homelands. They only have to come back for a little bit every now and then to reinvigorate themselves within our own culture, and then take it back to the cities and to where they live. But from what I can see, it hasn't happened yet. It's starting to happen. I've seen it over the last 10 years when I was living back on my tribal land. I don't live in my tribal lands, so I'm among another tribe, and I teach their children, which is such a beautiful. I'm so fortunate to live the life I live, and oh man, sorry, I didn't.
Can we bring this back really? Can I bring that back to the original question of what kind of crime that you're seeing and where the crime is in New Zealand, and then add to that after you answer that, can you tell us what's the barrier to keeping the Indigenous people from getting a chance to travel back and experience their homeland?
Okay, so the crime rate really, the main crime is drugs, really drugs, as a result of them moving into the cities. So I mean, it's the same kind of crime syndicate that you see on TV. It's your normal cartel kind of things, the gangs. So we occupy the top echelons of those statistics. We occupy. I think the population of the prison is made up as 50% Maori. So yeah, we're collectively known as Maori, just for ease of terms. Maori occupy all of the worst statistics. The crime rate, we have the highest crime rate in all aspects. So we flipped the script, and now we occupy all of the worst statistics that you could ever come.
Well, let's not
And
forget that people in government are at the top of all crime, whether it's drugs, whether it's drugs or anything else. There's nothing that happens in New Zealand that the politicians aren't aware of or in charge of.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you guys are really middle management, is what you're saying, on the island.
In a way, yes. I guess that's the long and short of it. But there's a whole lot happening behind the scenes that most people aren't aware of, which I am. So even though the government is the way it is now, we had a massive influence on how they run now as well. So it's because they have managed to condition our people into thinking a certain way. They're able to take advantage of the tokenism right now. So all of those. So if you'd imagine the government, the cabinet now, 22 seats out of the, I think 60 seats that who are in power are Māori. So, and that's unheard of in any government, any Western government. So the irony of it is that we are in power. So we're definitely not middle management.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because the Deputy Prime Minister is, I think he might be, I think it's him. Yes. I'm pretty sure that the Deputy Prime Minister is Māori.
And what's keeping most of the people in the cities and not giving them the opportunity to go back and visit the homelands? Would you say the biggest barrier?
The biggest barrier is not seeing what they are. They can't see their own, what we call mana, their own tino rangatiratanga. They cannot see their own, what's the English word, man? I'm usually pretty good at this, but
is it potential or purpose?
Potential, purpose, independent, sovereignty. That's the one. Their own autonomous nature that was given to them by their ancestors. So over the generations, the government or whatever has managed to convince us that we need them.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah, the long and short of it.
Do you guys want to switch gears? And Ancient Earthways has a good comment here. He'd be interested in hearing about the astrological stories, because I mean, you guys have completely different stars that you're looking at up there, Finbear and Hexkin Chief, right? So what kind of constellations and myths started up there in the north versus the ones that the people in New Zealand grew up with?
You want to go for it, Nico?
Well, ours is. I'm not really.
I'll start you off, bro.
Yeah,
I'll start you off, bro. Well, they're the exact same constellations, but they're just upside down to us. So, Orion's belt is known to us as Te Tātua a Maui, which is the belt of an ancestor called Maui, and you will be very familiar with that name because it's now out in Disney. So with the astrological setup of the sky, that doesn't change. Only the stories and the fundamental stories behind them, they don't change either. They'll have their own flavor from every indigenous culture. But so
yeah, but you guys get to see like the Southern Cross, for instance, and we don't see it at all.
At all?
Yeah, no, we don't see it at all. and I don't know how do you like.
Are
I
you
don't know
sure?
if you
Because
yeah, and I don't know
on the other,
if you see Big Dipper at
yeah,
all, but it's in the middle of the
yes,
sky over here.
yeah. So
And it just
again,
like turns like in like right on top
but the
of your
rate,
head.
but the rotation of the Earth will allow you to see. Oh yeah, true. Some of the
No, because like
constellations at
let's
the
say the Earth is a
south.
ball,
Yeah, I gotcha.
and
Yeah,
let's be
I gotcha.
dramatic and say the Earth is a ball, and it has this axis that it rotates around.
Oh yeah,
Our axis is pointed that way, and even though
yeah.
we rotate around, we won't see what's like underneath the globe in the space, like or
No,
in
I get that.
space.
I get that.
Yeah,
So what I was referring to is actually more of a longer history, because
yeah,
if we take those same constellations and guide us right through the right around the Earth. Doesn't matter which way you go, you still
yeah.
need the same constellations to get to one place or the other. And in that sense, if when you think globally, you have to see the same constellations. However, if you're local and you only stay in your one place, you're right. You
Hey, I'm gonna send you
won't
a
see constellation. So
I'm gonna send you a message in the private chat. Look up this
mhm.
lake.
You're gonna ask me to do it?
Yeah,
Okay.
look
Real
up this.
fast, a shout
Look up
out
this lake.
to Koala Not a Bear. Tasmania as a fourth island for New Zealand.
Nobody wants it.
You can have it, bro. You can have it.
Red Squirrel says, "Evening all."
Hey, brother.
Sandy, HEX foodies.
Yeah. Hey, did you guys notice everybody's farm got a lot bigger last night?
Oh, yeah.
Like your like
steak?
HEX farm.
imagine the farm that you're gonna get. It just got a lot bigger last night.
Mhm.
Also, the announcement
Like
of Pulse Chain, progress.
yeah, that's
Everybody
probably
looking forward to, or everybody operating on testnet 2, and
Mhm.
the amount of people piling into our Telegram chats for Pulse Chain is amazing. I just spent a little bit of time last night trying to direct some traffic. It was pretty interesting. I think I accidentally I told
Accident
somebody
HEX,
that
right? Nah.
somebody was like, if I weighed out a steak 99% or if I weighed out a steak 101%, what would be the difference? And I was like, oh, well, it would be about 1%. Well, this person, I think, ended their steak at 99%. And then they were like, well, wait a minute. It looks
he
as
lost
though,
big payday and everything.
yes,
Oh no.
Yeah,
they said, it
that was
looks
like
as,
100% loss because that was like if it was a day 3 stake, they lost like at least 80% of their like
it
they
seems
didn't
as though this
not
was
the
a really
entire
small
stack.
stake and they
Yeah,
really weren't worried about it. It was probably like $50 that they missed out on worth of HEX. But they said in the chat that it looks as though I only have 2/3 of my
yeah.
amount. And then I immediately said, well, wait a minute, was that a pre-big payday? And they were like, yes. And so I hope I didn't cost anybody
Yeah,
a
they
huge
lost
amount.
all of it. The entire big payday they lost. And because there's the 90-day minimum penalty period, they lost quite a bit of the interest as well.
90-day minimum.
Oh,
I
hey
forgot about
guys.
that.
Yeah.
I've actually got to go. Can I make a big
Yeah.
shout out, please?
Yeah,
Go
totally.
ahead.
Yeah, I'd just like to make a massive shout out to my community that we're on Telegram.
Not
Called
me,
the
man.
Oops,
Not my community.
Yes, it is. You're part of it
Yeah.
too, man.
Look at my furry face. I'm gonna have to get somebody to have a look at my face. Give it a once over.
Looks like
Uh,
mine. Looks
Oh
like mine,
yeah.
brother. You know, you look exactly like me,
It's bad.
minus the glasses and the white
Yeah, I
skin.
got all furry. I almost shaved all of it off, but my son was already absolutely shocked with this. He came up again with like, man, you look so weak when you don't have a beard, man. Like, and the way he said it, the way it sort of translates from Finnish is like a particular type of a weak, like this limp-wristed, you know, this like,
Like
you know, like really,
pink pajamas.
yeah, like fucking paper-handed motherfucker. It's like, fine, I'll leave it then. But I'm gonna trim the sides because it's getting too furry for me.
Well, give us a shout out, or
I just want to make
give
out.
everybody a shout out.
I want to. Yeah, I wanted to make the first shout out to the HEX Kiwi Marae Iwi, or the HEX Kiwi Marae community. To the brother Peace, to the brother Gohan, to the brother Troy. Oh, sorry, I just doxed him. To everybody in the community. There's Red Squirrel, there's Miko right there, and yes, Finn Bear. Who else? And if I've forgotten, sorry, but this is a massive shout out to the HEX Kiwi Marae. To you, brother Devin.
Yeah, you got it.
That's Devin. Thanks for this, bro. This is beautiful. And to the bro X-Ray Vision, wherever he went to.
Lunch.
I watched the went to lunch or something.
He went to lunch.
I better go to work, man, because I'm gonna get in trouble, but I'm used to that. So yeah, HEX foodies, baby, HEX foodies.
HEX foodies.
We all need foodies. Yeah. We all need food. Oh yeah.
Who doesn't like food?
Oh yeah, and of course to the man himself, Richard Hart. Without him, none of this would have happened. So, ngā mihi nui atu kia koe, kia koutou katoa, ki tōku iwi rangatira, ki tōku iwi ariki, kia koutou mā o HEX, Hexican baby, Hexican for life. Oh yeah!
Okay.
Laters, man.
Thank you so much for coming.
Should we wrap it up?
Yeah. Let's call it a day.
Oh, what? Are we calling it a day? Oh, I just thought I was gonna go and then you fellas keep talking.
No, that's we it's already been an hour.
Well, actually, it's 10 minutes. It's 12 minutes less than an hour because I was late today. I had to get some coffee. Oh, and then Hexray wants to eat his. So, hey, Chief, I give you permission to not be late to your next appointment.
Kids, I wanted to ask. Yeah, go ahead.
Now I can spare 12 minutes.
It's the New Zealand way. What's going on, Hexray?
What's for dinner?
Hexray, your other computer's still connected.
I just wanted to know how HEX Chief got into HEX.
Oh, how did I get into HEX?
Yeah.
Purely by coincidence. The spirit sent me to HEX. I actually, I've been studying cryptocurrency for frickin' since it came out. 2009. I first heard about Bitcoin. I thought absolute revolution. I'm in. I'm gonna buy me. In 2010, I got the opportunity to buy $500 worth of Bitcoin. I'm not sure what the price was then, but obviously now it'd be 50 million times my money that I would have put in. But I chose to get on the piss with the boys. Yeah. So fast forward 11 years later, I put $600 in Bitcoin, tripled it by $600 in Bitcoin, in August, tripled by November. I spread it out over, I took the initial investment out, then spread about $100 over some shit coins, altcoins, and one of them was HEX, and it was the smallest amount that I put in, and fast forward, no, that's how I got in. So it was an absolute coincidence, but I never see anything as a coincidence. And it was a $20 bag, and fast forward to say April, I'd been watching it grow and actually watching it go from 200 to blah 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 blah, but I didn't actually notice it until it was 48% of my whole portfolio, and then I went, what the fuck is this? And then I went all in after that. How can you not?
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, that's what happens to you.
So you saw it perform very well, and then you analyzed it as the best crypto because it makes the most sense.
Not only the best crypto, but the best asset ever invented in the human history.
Connecting us all.
Yeah.
Mark Velli gives you gives your story 4 lights on fire. He's doing a whole bonfire over here.
Velli? Yeah.
Hex has the best community, hands down.
Oh yeah.
I totally agree. And if anybody wants to debate that, they can join this stream.
Yeah,
we'll have them on.
They can start their own Hex hating community.
Hey, if you're not a Hexkin yet, you will be. So
Bring it, baby. Bring it, baby.
Yeah. It's only a matter of time.
Chiefy's ready. Chiefy's ready.
Like, other people will come kicking and screaming, and other people won't even notice when they've just given up and they're using the system without their knowledge. They're just like, this is the handiest way. It's
they
all
won't
my
even
fault.
know.
Yeah.
So they won't even know, bro. They won't even know that they've been hexed because of just the natural integration into society.
Yeah.
The tools are just going to get easier.
Yeah.
So
but it's been an exciting day to watch the number go up. Like we haven't had days like this for a couple of months now.
If you look at the week chart, it's one red candle after the other on the weekly chart. And so, like, you know, looking back on it, it's like, wow, it has been something like 6 weeks down.
Yeah, it's been quite a while.
It's really great to.
But then the daily chart tells a very different story.
Right, I was just pointing out.
Weekly. On a longer time frame, this looks like a perfect time to buy.
What do you guys think about the good accounting that's bumped up our payout recently?
That was all right.
That's been making me really, really excited.
That was a job well done.
So it allows us to
on the parties involved. I think we had what we got as a bonus over the entire, let's say it's like 10-day period that the stake was unended. I think we get like 1 hex per T-share extra on our stakes.
Yeah, because the way I understand it, it's almost like buying other people out of the company so that they're not going to get as many shares or as much when it comes time to share profit or pay dividends.
Yeah. But if I understood correctly, it doesn't destroy the T-shares yet because the coins are not minted. And yeah, Marcovelli is right. It is. Yeah. Okay. See ya. So most definitely it is a designed feature.
Am I supposed to just click you off?
Yeah, just drop him out. He does his war face, and then you're afraid to like turn off the phone because it's like cursing to a nun. You're not supposed to do it. He's a great guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we speak almost daily. Like his middle of the night is my morning, and vice versa. So it's always like one or the other is sort of excited about what's coming, and the other one is always like already fed up with the day. So it has a good vibe to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One person's ready to check out and another person's revving up.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, so how's Tuesday gonna be? I bet it's gonna be like absolute crap. And yeah, the other one's like, yeah, it was pretty busy, hectic. And you're like, oh, fucking, I was really hoping for a quiet Tuesday, but I guess not. I'm still absolutely stuffed. Like my nose is completely like I thought I was already on the mend.
Was that what happened last week?
No, I don't believe in explanations. That was all me.
Mm.
Like, yeah, I was still sick, but I completely spaced out on the day. Our Independence Day was the Monday, the earlier Monday, and because everything was off, the kids weren't in school and stuff, I somehow thought that Tuesday was Monday. So completely whiffed out on the days. So that's all me.
Now, Davin, have you been tracking about how people are finding hex foodies?
No. How do you advise I do that?
Just ask them.
So one thing I have done.
Just say, hey, how'd you find about hex foodies?
That's like one way of going.
I'm gonna post that in our Telegram right now and say, how did you guys find out about hex foodies?
So one thing I have done is I've done
at
the
least,
whole like YouTube
one
geography real fast. YouTube geography will allow you to see what continents are watching your stuff.
Oh, so who's watching?
Americans and Brits.
And a lot of Finns, at least me and my mate.
I think
And
we're
Brits.
like
And
really
Brits.
spotty.
Okay, that might be the links that I sent to the Hex UK chat.
Totally, that time that Hex Bastard was in here.
Yeah.
He brought all his friends.
Yeah.
Or everybody that
I
you
just
know.
noticed that Miyamoto is streaming at the same time, so that's probably eating into our audience a bit. But that's like there's no way around it.
Awesome.
You're always gonna be like sharing time with somebody else.
Right.
Yeah, it would just be interesting to find out where the outbound messaging for Hex Foodies is the most effective and where we can continue to grow our little community.
Yeah, for sure. But like I said, it's funny how when a big number turns bigger, you get to dreaming again. So I've spent the day like making all kinds of plans about what I might acquire like sometime in the future and what I would do there and all the good stuff. And all it took was like a plus 35% day.
I was about to say, like, we've been double this before as far as value.
We have. Yeah, we have. Yeah. But of course we've made some interest over these couple of months. And yeah, I bought some more.
Thank you for putting a link out there, Marcavelli.
Oh, thanks.
So
man.
every once in a while I go into the Pulse Chain voice chat and announce that there are groups that I'm a part of that I think other people, if they were interested in these things. And so I do say something about Hex Foodies. I do say something about Hex Texas, in case you're a Texas Hexican. And so I figure like everybody's got groups that are local, right? You've got a Finn group, right? Or a Scandinavian group?
Yeah, there's both actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are you going to get rid of
kinds
these
of hobby groups and stuff?
How are you going to get rid of your sniffles?
I'm just going to ride it out.
Cool.
Like vitamin C and D and zinc and whatever else gets the channel banned.
Yeah, right.
All the good
Another
stuff.
order of C60.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to order it. That stuff is freaking pricey. That's like one of the bottles, which is like I think 250 milliliters, it's like $200. It's like steep. You have to be a Mexican to afford it. It doesn't last that long. Like if you take like a tablespoon a day, 250 milliliters lasts for like a month and a half, maybe. Maybe not even that.
So let's see. Have you put the kids to bed yet?
No, the missus is taking care of the kids.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised you haven't dismissed yourself.
Oh yeah. Hey, like
kids are.
Yeah. we can call it a day if we got stuff.
No. Here in a bit though. I don't have anything particular going on. I really do block out this time. This is like this. I consider my Hexagon work right here.
Yeah, and I've sort of gotten so accustomed to having some regular thing, like weekly thing. I'm really looking forward to this. I still need to get the notebook to write stuff up because I get all kinds of good ideas during the day, but I keep forgetting them. Like when we're live, they don't sort of, they're hard to manifest like on a whim.
I made my own notebooks once. These are out of six pack material.
Oh, okay, cardboard, yeah.
Cardstock.
Yeah.
And so I used, their print off design, and then I patched some things on top of it to make it more interesting. And then I took this elastic band idea and the ribbon place marker idea.
Oh man, yeah.
And a folder in the back area. Oh, and look, there's a
hex sticker in there.
This isn't a sticker. This is a tattoo.
Oh man, you got all the shit.
I got all.
That's like that's a hex tattoo.
It's a hex tattoo. I gave them out in Las Vegas. A few people put them on.
Okay. I'm really keen on designing like the man with the golden mic tattoo. And
okay, so
I really like the drawings that you sent me. Who did you do the drawings?
Yeah, I did the drawings.
Yeah.
Here, 1 second again. I just had to move my chessboard off of my scanner, off the top of my scanner, and I think I just lost a piece for a few weeks. It fell within all the crap. My rook just fell to the ground. Do you play chess?
I used to as a teen. I still can embarrass myself or my friends in public.
I do the exact opposite. I beat the shit out of my friends. And no mercy either. I'm just like, man.
Yeah, I hate it. Yeah, like
it's a joke here.
Why play if your plan is to freaking lose? That's like
totally. Yeah, don't play games you're not going to win. That's why we're HEX.
Or if your plan is to lose, why get involved at all?
So hey Finbear, here's my latest. And
that's
so there's
cool. So there's a shark.
There's sketches over the top.
There's a cat. There's a cat.
There's a ski cat is right here, and then his
there's
skis.
A dolphin.
His skis stick out, and then
full screen this.
The dolphin.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
How do I do this? No. I'm sorry, I have you as huge screen. Okay. So here's what I'm about to scan into my computer so that people can see what I'm up to, just playing around. And then so there's the hex token here, and then yeah, the dolphin coming out of it, multiple celestial bodies behind, and a boat, the golden yacht going into the distance, and Ski Cat is right here. And then there's a whale down here at the bottom going like that. So I hope to polish that up. What are you working on over there?
I'm just
Are you sketching
like,
your ideas?
yeah, I'm just working on the man with the golden mic theme.
Yes.
Something like this Japanese sunset type of a thing on the background.
Yeah, my man with the golden mic sort of looked exactly the same, where he was just a little bit offset.
Yeah, but you could have some kind of a text thing.
Yeah, a caller text, and then have it to where it's maybe only an inch or two tall, and like 7 inches long, to where it can, like, 2 of them can be run off, and a whole string necklace.
Or something like
bit finesse joined.
Like something like this.
Holy shit, I'm baffled.
Like a man, and the golden mic underneath.
Have it to where there's the banner, sort of.
Yeah.
Where there's sort of a place where the script could be. So what I'm thinking of doing is scanning my current sketch into the computer, and I'll go the route, not the man with the golden mic, and I'll take it probably to a tattoo artist, and then ask them to draft it up for, $100, $200, that sort of thing, telling them that, hey, I'm not going to come back here and get the actual tattoo. Instead, I just want your knowledge of placement. And my idea is that
Did I ever tell you that I used to have 2 tattoo shops?
You have mentioned that sort of thing. However,
I'm lame.
we haven't made it anywhere until today.
Yeah. Nothing's happening. You're gonna have to pay somebody in order to make something happen. Yeah, or get them to start working on stream, because then it's
so we can watch them.
So it's much more difficult to stop, because people know that you're supposed to do some shit.
Marcavelli said, nice skull ring. So this is done by Thomas Whittlesbach. He did the Pirates of the Caribbean jewelry, and you can find him and his tutorials on 3D modeling and jewelry modeling on YouTube. Thomas Whittlesbach.
Yeah, I did notice your ring. It is very much badass.
Thank you.
Yes,
got it back in 2011 or 10 or something, whenever I felt like getting a tattoo. Instead, I just got a piece of jewelry.
And in hindsight, that was probably a good idea.
I was working in a corporate environment and wanted to make myself unique, really pronounce myself, because I'm working with a bunch of guys who worked in oil, and a lot of them had green cards, so they had to watch their manners.
Oh yeah.
The hatchet can fall on people. I was just the draftsman, so I was the peon for the time being. I told them, if I don't get more money, I'm leaving, and I left within a month.
Did they give you any more money?
No.
Assholes.
I was already working a lot of overtime, time and a half stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so like 2 minutes, this is what we got.
Yeah, I like it.
But yeah, something in that. But the sizes were pretty small. Like, you can't do like a very big thing. It's like maybe like a postcard size or something.
I think the maximum was 5 inches on one side, whenever I was looking at it just the other day. But
do you think you could get it like 5 inches times 5 inches, like 5 by 5? like
You
a
could do a
square.
5x5, but you could also just do a 5x5, a 5x5 above it, and then
Yeah.
a 2x5 and lead it outward.
Yeah, you could. Yeah. So and you could do it in parts. Yeah.
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 Cool, man.
We
Let's
should
call it.
yeah, but we need to get like, yeah. Can you work with like drawings on paper, like with watercolors and shit? If I send you pictures, can you work with those?
I can work with everything. Yeah. So I use Photoshop
You're
and
a wizard,
Illustrator.
Harry. Yeah, you can use whatever you want. I use pen and paper.
I'll take the picture, I'll scan it,
Yeah,
I'll,
and you can
you know,
work on it and
yeah.
modify it and whatever. But it's
But
always cool, like once you get the ball rolling and you just do incremental fixes on it,
totally.
it improves every time there's a work or being like when there's work being done on it. So yeah.
But I always get caught in a little place. So I need other people's minds to say like, hey, do this and do that. And then I'm like, and then I break free.
Yeah. That happens quite often, yeah.
Bitfinesse had another thing.
HEX related. My daughter already draws these HEX related drawings that she colors in. Like she's 10 years old and she's really into drawing. She's drawing like all the time. When she's not on her phone or like eating, she's drawing something constantly. And I've noticed that she's been dropping the HEX logo in a lot of the stuff that she draws, because she knows that I bought her like $20 worth of HEX like back in the day. So it's really exciting for her.
So I do wonder if Hexicans would be interested in a coloring book for, I don't know, for children or for middle school ages.
Like, don't you know that coloring books are like a thing for adults now? They sell them at the store over here, like really intricate, fine details and stuff, and people get into the zone when they're coloring it. But
then we could do a word find on the back page.
Yeah.
Hex stakes.
Yeah, color this in,
555.
and then it says like stake everything for 5. Yeah.
You took financial advice from a coloring book, you idiot.
Yeah. Oh man, yeah. Hey, I'm gonna go and see about the kids.
All right, I'm out too.
It was great talking to you, and
great talking to you.
We'll be doing this
especially
again
seeing
next time.
I caught up on all that Hexspiracy stuff, that group, and so like I literally went through 2,000 messages in the last 2 days. Just scrolling through there, seeing what people are doing, and every once in a while you pop in there and you say the funniest shit. I wish I had a bomb to drop right now, but oh my gosh, it's so funny. Anybody interested? Hexspiracy, right, is what it's called.
Yeah,
that group?
It's like conspiracy, but hex in instead of the con.
In Telegram, guys.
Yeah, we
right.
try to have good and honest fun in there.
It's an absolute pleasure every time, Finbear.
Yeah, it was fun.
See you soon.
See you, man. Bye.
Okay, peace. All right, y'all. Hex community is the best community. We tie talents together with a financial tool. Who else does that? Finances and talents. This is a wonderful time to be a part of this. Y'all take care. This is a crypto takeover.